Wait, there it is. Hello. And then let's take these out. Perfect. And this. That out of the shot. Hi. Hope everyone is doing well. It's time for another exciting night of work. Just very in the way a lot of times, but it can be a handy barricade. All right, so we got some stuff. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Willow. Anyone who shows up for the first time, I'm immediately skeptical. You know, I'm always a little bit on guard, a little guarded around new people until they've proven themselves to be, you know, not a jerk. So I have new things to show. It's pretty crazy. There's some guy that he's still on my follow list. We raided into him a long time ago, and I haven't bothered unfollowing, but he's very much an AI proponent, which feels silly. Oh my goodness, it's Allie. Allie, welcome in. Pratt chat. Wait, you were doing Peglin earlier. You switched over. Well, of course, you gotta switch over to Jurassic World. We're making the game with the paper and the robot. Welcome in, Allie. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Crawl. CrawlXQ or Q. You had to play. Yeah, you gotta play Peglin. Understandable. Okay. Well, we just got started here, so you're just in time. I added a backdrop to this rotating room. For context, Pratt Chat, there's a giant tree area. One small piece of Chapter 2 is going to take place around this large tree. It's going to look a lot nicer than this in the final version, but it works for now. So the camera rotates around. And my concern is that the background is too much. Like it's like dizzying, just a little bit dizzying. Am I way off base there? Oh, you just wait. You just wait, Allie. You're gonna be flying with the horses in no time. Like, what's everybody's immediate gut reaction here on this? Like, if you're walking around a giant tree, it needs more green. I mean, there's a lot of green in the background. It's just kind of a little bit hard to see. You guys think it seems fine? Okay. Hovercat can't play this area, I'm sure. This would not go well for her. Can we add lizards? There will be lizards, I'm sure. Yeah, I can definitely sort of work on the back half, either by giving it a little backlight or possibly just some other trickery to make this area less dark. Okay, so the other thing we've got, well, we did learn in the hub world that you can't go crazy with too many light sources at a time in this engine. That is a huge contributor to lag. Yeah, maybe I could make this kind of a sort of blurry skybox. I don't know if that'll help or not. It's not what I asked for. Perfect. Mystery green blob. What could it be? Should I play the music, Casual? Is it worth? Should I play? Should I play it? Everyone's gonna be wondering what is the green? What is the green? Yes, of course. All right. Well, good. Well, then I will play it. What's the beat there? Two, three. Oh, you're doing something really strange with the rhythm on that. Wait, what is okay, I know it's descriptive, not prescriptive, but what is that? What is going on here? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, you've definitely got establishing a 3 pattern at the start. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Is that 14 beats? Did you do 14? Are you doing 7/4? 4/4 3/4 6/8. Well, that's silly. Okay, I don't know how GarageBand would do 6/8. I mean, not really. No, there's no rules in music. You can do whatever you want. You don't even have to stick to the 12-note scale. You don't have to stick with 12-note chromatic. It's just that's just what our ears are accustomed to. You can go really silly with like you can go beyond half steps. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See, even if you set up in GarageBand to a measure of 4/4, measure of 3/4, whatever. But yeah, you're going out of your way to not use the established beats in GarageBand. But regardless of how you did it in GarageBand, the music itself follows a sort of rhythm and pattern. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like 3 measures of 3 and then a 5-beat measure that like goes really long. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like it's getting you in a sort of pattern to start with, and then you think you're about to loop at the end of the 4th set, and then it just like, oh nope, nope, not yet, go. Which is really fun. It's a fun thing you can do in music, is establish a pattern to get the ears accustomed to it, and then just yank the rug out from underneath the listener. Especially for people who are musically inclined, that is a real kind of like, oh, wait, sorry, say that again. What did you just do? It's fun. Yeah, I think it's fun. It's your first time doing something so crazy. It's really crazy. It's really fun. Isn't it? It's addictive. It's addictive a little bit to do something like that where you just really mess with the pattern. So let's see. Do you keep it? Do you keep it going? 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Yeah, something like that. Or maybe it's like, maybe it's more of a 3-3 or 3-beat, 3-beat, 4-beat, 4-beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it could be that it gets really muddy between measure 3 and 4 there, in a way that you can't quite fit it, and you can't quite tell what, how am I supposed to jive with it? And so it keeps you on your toes. There was another song that does something similar in Mario Odyssey. Lost Kingdom, kind of the jungly level in Mario Odyssey, which goes like, it has the weirdest time signature. Let's see here. There we go. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. This one is particularly weird because it's not even an even number of beats. And the beats are really fast. So if you try to count it in 2, which works fine with most music, like 1, da 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 da, then you end up with a half of a beat at the end of the measure. It's really silly stuff. Anyway, no, that's a fun one. I like that. Third Sanctuary, perhaps another time. So let's see here. And then Casual said, bad news, good news. Definitely not what you asked for. It fits. It checks some of the boxes. It definitely checks some of the boxes. Scroll up. There will be some plant enemies, Mac, so you're right on that. Branches hanging down in the foreground. Yes, we will want to add some decorative foreground elements. First, we need to work on kind of the general backdrop, set the stage, then build a level, and then decorate. Started on accident, then continued. Base of the tree kind of widens at the bottom. Maybe there could be a sort of transitional stump section tree before you get to the walkable part. Walkable route. Yes. So there is going to be it's the room before this one is going to be lots of trees, and then you're going to kind of slowly transition, I think, into sort of a bridge that kind of connects to like a large outcropping root or branch or combo, and that's going to get you into this area. So you're never going to be at the very bottom of this tree. Well, maybe it's like a secret area later. I don't know. We'll see. Wild-eyed scientist vibe. Maybe. All right, there we go. I'm caught up now. Yes, walkways outside of the tree. Anyway, the green thing. The green thing, right? Behold, my newest creation. Rope bridges are fun. Rope bridges are fun, but I need to be really careful about the physics of them. Like, I would love for them to be a little swingy, you know? So, you smack it. Ta-da! Posey, what are you doing? No, get off my desk. Get off my desk. It's a plant with a little bulb in the middle. And if you smack the bulb, it's a plant. It's a rideable plant. Whee! Bees. We do already have a bee sprite. It's crazy enough. don't know if we're good. This would be a good place for bees. But I wonder if that should be a return to chapter 2 zone side. Oh, there goes OBS. Wait. Are we good? Are we back? OBS went in the red. I think we're good now. How many fingers am I holding up? I think we're back. Test. Reset player. Yeah, that looks fine. We're good. Hi, it's me. It was a plan B. So I would really like to have reason for the player to return to previous areas for more adventures later. That was something that Bug Fables did very well. Is as you unlocked new moves in the game, you could access new areas in prior chapters, and there were occasional quests that would take you back, and there was like, oh, there's a whole mini dungeon here with its own boss and major treasure. It's like not required to beat the game, but it's like, oh, this is substantial. This could be very helpful for some stuff. You know, like a new badge / module / they called it medals. No, there are no hummingbirds. There are going to be birds, though. I have a fun little concept in mind for the bird characters. But they're going to be the major NPCs of Chapter 2. Like, we're going to have a little mini town. Because you got to have a place for an inn and a shop, right? Like, it's important to have that for each chapter in some way. And it's going to be up this tree. The time between start of chapter and town is going to be much longer than it was for Chapter 1. Chapter 1, it was like you walk 3 screens over and you're done. Puzzles. Perfect. This one is going to be like 3 screens to get you to the base of the tree. Then you are going to go past the base of the tree because you won't be able to go very high up in it. Probably, I don't know exactly how, but you're going to have to go past the tree to another area where there's a river crossing, and you can't get across the river. It's too far. Can't get across without the help of Leon's ability, but you're not even going to meet him till you're on the other side of the river anyway. But there will be a bird or two there, and there'll be a conversation. You know, I'll throw in the usual Paper Robot dash of humor, and there'll be fun little NPC characters, and they'll talk at you for a while, and then they'll explain, oh yeah, we know a way you can get across the river, but we need to get back up to our town up at the top of the tree. And so you go back to the tree, and somehow they help you get up. I don't know if they like activate these things for the first time, or what, or some other initial starting of the process gets you up the tree a little bit. And then you start a platforming / combat section of slowly scaling the tree. That's going to be a whole mess to figure out, but we'll get there. And then you get up to their town. And then they're going to give you a way to get across the river from the top of the tree. It's basically going to be a mini game to get across the river from the top of the tree in the form of, I'm currently leaning towards like a hang gliding sort of section. Like a, not first person, but a sort of over the shoulder, you are going towards the background, you know, pilot wing style hang gliding through the trees, collecting a few little bonus bits along the way. Fun stuff, why not? And that's how you get across the river. And I may have a little extra, oh, you need to go get this thing from over there, just to give you a little bit more time to explore up at the top of the tree before you get to start the hang gliding. I'm not gonna lie. I think there will be a horse piloting it for you or something. Like a sort of flying contraption that's vaguely a hang glider piloted by a horse. Not because that's intrinsically funny, but specifically for the reaction of the, like, 8 people that will get the joke. Exactly. It's in my notes. Horse. Okay. So that's the plan for that. It fits the lore so well. They are. Okay, so you guys don't think the trees are too bad. One thing I think I would like is the ability for the camera to come out a bit. That's a great point. Al. I didn't even consider it. Let's see here. If I take the light here, if I were to double this light, but this second light comes from the opposite side, and does not cast shadows, and the transform rotation is opposite. Then we get a little bit of backlighting here, and we can reduce the energy of that. So it's still like, you know, it's still dark on the opposite side. It's still shadow, but it's not as dark. Hey, Liari, welcome in. Horse on a train. The train, I guess he can be hanging around, but the train's going to be a very different beast entirely. There we go. That's not as dark. I think the big thing we lose out is the interior shadows here on the tree. But I think I know a good way to help with that is to just have a different texture on the cutaway areas. Different beast. They're the vehicle operators. It makes sense. So the fun thing with these little plant things is the way I've got it set up is I can give it any path to follow and it'll just travel along. So it can be completely horizontal. It can be perfectly vertical. It can actually spin while it goes up. Whatever we want to do with that, it'll work. This one is just doing a little silly curve, not even following the tree very well, and that's fine. But yeah, these are going to be super easy to use. They just want to go fast. It's so true. They're made of fast. Okay. Cool. So I've got some fun little early zones, but I'll need to model a lot of pieces for it to look cool and be decorated well. Since this area is technically the power generation for the factory, despite the overgrowth and everything, I want the first thing you kind of have to get yourself through is a small substation segment. And I don't know if I want to have any actual puzzles or if it's just like set dressing. They're just wandering around among these old, broken down substation pieces. But I think that'd be a cool little environment to wander around. Just like lots of old fences that have a bunch of vines on them. Big electrical transformers. Those are fun. That kind of stuff. So we can work on that. We can work on an enemy. Or what else? Or we can try to plot out the tree area and see what we can make of that. What do we want to work on? Do we want to work on mapping out the tree, do a substation, or just start working on some enemies or other characters? Because all of these things are going to... We have so much. There's so much stuff we have to do for this. It's going to be a lot. This is going to be kind of what some of the opening area looks like. Start on the birds. Let's start on some birds. I've got a great template that we're going to use. I need to get it looking a little bit nicer. But you know, like in the hub, the fox, the raccoon, and I think another one, they're all the same basic character. Bird for owl. This one was American Robin style bird feathers. I think this is going to be our main template here. This guy right here, just with better colors. And I was thinking it would be very hilarious. It'd be very hilarious if there was perhaps somewhere in the game one particularly sickly bird just hanging out somewhere. If we're gonna have birds, you know? He looks so sick, the poor guy. He's a disease vector. Okay, so that's the basic idea. This is our test run right here. We need to do a for realsy one though. That's gonna need the drawing pad. But I love the big head, tiny eyes. It's fun. Fun little guy. So how are we gonna do this? How are we going to do this? I don't think we're gonna have opening mouths. I think they're just gonna have little beaks, and we just kind of wiggle their bodies when they're talking. Similar to how we did the fox and the raccoon, they kind of just like That's good enough, honestly. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. How are we going to do this outline properly if we want their head to be able to... I guess as long as the face can move, the head can just... The body shape can just be this little 8. This little 8. That's size. That's color. Don't know what that's supposed to be. Don't know what that's supposed to be. What was this? What was the button for actual rotating the... What's the button for rotate? Oh, shift middle click. Okay, that's fine. Nice clean lines here. Go right over it. Bird. So much of this game has been just like drawing these little characters. And it doesn't take a ton of time, I guess. But it sure feels like it does. Good, looks good. That'll be our main bit there. Face. Great. Looks good, looks good. Yeah, face doesn't ever really need to change. I mean, we can have alternate faces, but not super necessary. Burb. That's right. There's gonna be so many of these guys running around. Shake a tail feather. Okay. The wings are going to be a little bit interesting. They can move around a bit, but for the most part, if we need to switch them to like a flying animation, it's probably going to be a whole different piece of something. He's a little cutie. Totally original shaped character. Let's work a little bit better on this than what I did in my rough draft. I really just skimped on this because I was just testing, like, would this work? Would this as a character work? Alright. That's it. That's the entirety of him. Flying. Why can't you go into the tree at first? What's actually stopping you? Like, okay, so to be super clear on the tree, because you're going to have to go back up into the tree later in the chapter, once you get to their little treetop town, you will be able to activate an elevator that lets you go up and down at will. So you can, at any point when you're coming in to the bottom of the tree, you can just whoop, elevator all the way up to the town, and vice versa. The elevator obviously can't be there at first. Maybe we do a gag with, they are like, oh yeah, well, yeah, we can get you up there. Let's just take the elevator, and then they reveal a hidden elevator button. But when they press it, the elevator just careens down and crashes into the ground. like, oh, okay, there's a problem up there that you're gonna need to deal with. The fact that the elevator lands there acts as a platform that you can use to get up the initial little step. Maybe that kind of works. I'm kind of down with that. Yeah, let's say that. Let's say that. They want to take you back up to the town. I say they, but there might just be the one. And the problem that is going on is, you know, the problem at the heliosphere is getting worse. The plants are growing out of control. It's a whole thing. Okay. Now we need to color. Oh, wait, no, not you. Wait, what is it not you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh? Where's... Oh, it's this one. It's this one. Okay. Then we're probably fine. And what was this? Yeah, that's the old one. Okay. Okay, so I want this. There we go. Okay, so I can take this away for the moment. Let's bird up. Where did that come from? I don't know what that is. I don't know what bird up is. Let's just give it a color. Lock opacity. Wait, what? Wait, what? What is this? What is this layer? That's my new layer. Okay, we're fine then. Okay, done. Next up, tail. Why are there no... Can I edit the shortcuts? That'd be, what, settings? Keyboard shortcuts. Select. Okay, what do you call this? Contiguous selection tool. Yes, I'd like to modify my contiguous selection tool to be W. Oh, see, that's so much easier. Wait, could I also do grow selection as like, I don't know, what would that be? G is currently gradient, but I never use that. So why not customize this to meet my needs? Okay, maybe Control G. I don't know. Is that used for anything? Oh, wait. Okay, how about I just say G? There we go. And then fill for the bucket. Oh, this is going to be so much better. It can be so much better. Oh, this one's going to be a tricky one because it's not... Ooh, okay, this one I just have to kind of do. There's no selectable region here. There we go. Now there is. Perfect. Other wing. Oh, wait. No. Right. Select it first. Yes, silly. Oh, this is so much nicer, isn't it? People might be wondering, Dobbs, why are you painting this bird completely blue? Don't worry about it. None of your business. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He's just blue, okay? It's fine. He's just a blue bird. Don't worry about it. Bird color puzzle. Bird color puzzle. Look, I accidentally made Twitter bird. Nice. All right. Cool. All right. Tail goes behind. And back wing also goes behind. There we go. Looks good. Looks good. All right. Save this bird. Save this starting bird. Oh, and back foot goes behind. It's a good-looking bird. It's a good-looking bird. Except for the blue. We're gonna fix the blue. Okay. So here's a fun thing, is we can make one color bird and then modulate it in Engine, which cuts down on the number of resources we have to maintain, which I like that. I like when there's just less things. Everything okay over there, Hovercat? Dropped a needle. Oh dear. Probably fine. I guess. That's still pretty sharp, yeah. Posey was a bad dog today. You weren't sewing next to that haystack again, were you? Oh no. No, Posey made a real mess of things. Posey was chewing up Little Toadette's new mittens or gloves, and she was not happy. It was not a good time. And then I got in trouble for telling Posey off.
I don't think you got in trouble. Just didn't want to be there for it.
Sure didn't. Because she feels like she's in trouble. All right, let's fix this bird. magic. The magic is. All right. So we're gonna do. We're gonna give it some texturing. First, some big general texturing. Just so it's got some like brush strokes all over it. Just all these have a little bit of texture. And now I'm gonna kind of get into more of the shading here. I need to make this a little bit bigger. Like, not a ton bigger, but... I've got some ideas a brewing. Okay, make sure we get a little bit more contrast here. I want to be ready for alternate color schemes. And that's going to be... You know what I should do is I should move these around a bit. But as it stands, what we can do is we should be able to colorize and instantly give our bird a variety of different shades. Like we can have a red bird. Ah, there it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for earlier. There's just a little splotch that I colored on the wrong layer there. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, what we can do is we can colorize. We can make the bird varieties of colors if we so choose, just by modulation. We can get more reddish hue or an orangish, rusty colored bird of some sort. So many varieties of birds. They could be like, we can go neon colors with these birds if we want to. Why not have a little purple bird? Who cares? That could be an interesting little thing going on. But if we want to do multiple patterns, if we want to do patterns, then it's going to be a little bit more involved. But this will be just fine for the initial setup. Disco shell bird. Why not? Now I would like to be able to do some kind of easier modulation. What we got here? New song. Just imagine. Don't worry about that. A little loud. It does. There you go. I don't know. Like just a constant high frequency noise? Not that I heard. I've been too busy paying attention to this bird. So one thing to note here is this bird wing. We want to get the color better on this so that it blends a bit nicer. And one thing we could do for that, actually, is just sort of do a little erasing here. Just kind of soften that out. There we go. Birdwing. Flawless birdwing. Okay, let's rearrange these pieces so that we can have multiples of this going on. So we'll put this here. Base is fine here. I'll deal with you in a bit. Whoops. You. And there we go. Now we can fit in like 2 distinct styles to start with, and then we can extend out more later. Love it. All right, save, export. Bird. Let's see, is there an easy way that I could capture the modulation color? Oops. I forgot this tablet has audio control buttons on it, and I should probably just see about disabling those. Or something. Oh, there's gonna be so many bird puns planned, so don't you worry. Like, you thought there were a lot of puns in first chapter, but does this game have puns? Not really. I had a whole list of puns that I was planning on putting into the game. Like almost a dozen. And when I looked back over the demo after I released it into Steam, and I checked to see if any of the puns had made it in, but no pun in 10 did. All right, a bird actor. Bye. You wanted it. That's what I know what you people want. Sickos. I know the sort of puns you want. This is exactly what you came here for. All right. Actors.
Hovercat, if you have a pillow or something, can you throw it at Dobbs for that?
Joke's on you. She's not listening to me. Let's see here. So we need to extend the base actor sprite. Or we could just copy paste another sprite, and that'd work just as well. Oh yeah, the beaver is also based on the fox. That makes sense. Let's base it on the sheep. Bird. Let's make some birds. Like the battle music has just kind of become the song for the game. It's got such a good drum line. and a nice full sound to it. That's why it made it into the trailer. That's why it is the song. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. That's all it takes. Preset adjustable. I mean, that's just music, man. That's just what music is. All right. So we need to go to our animation canvas and build a bird. Build a bird workshop. Here we go. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Add a sprite. Oh my gosh. It's huge like Xbox. Ah. He needs to be smaller than sheep. Tiny little guy. Not too tiny. About yay big would be good, I think. Actually, you know what? Bring these back. Bring these back so I can see where the ground is. Okay. Region on. Edit region. Yes. Okay. The body is going to be kind of the main driving element, right? Yeah. Yeah. But I can't modulate the body. I have to do self-modulate. Because otherwise the feet would change colors when I change it. And we don't really want that. So let's do... front foot, back foot... We'll deal with the layering soon. I guess it follows the body, right? No, maybe? No, it doesn't. If the body starts rotating for whatever reason, the feet should not move with it. Okay. And then we want face. What a good face. What a great face. A face fit for a snowman. Tail. Ordering down. So if I rotate this now, yeah, it's fine. That'll work. We'll bring it a little bit further in. Back foot does need to be sent back a layer. Front wing. Very important. Oh, this guy's looking great. And back wing. Looks pretty good. All right, position him at about the right height. rid of you. Incredible. Incredible. All right. Animation player. We need to make this unique. Wait, hang on. Before I do, get GitHub open. Prepare for bird. That is the commit note. Prepare for bird. Make unique. I don't know what we need to do here exactly. We may end up doing a little bit of wing animation for the jumping animation. Okay, animation player, point that to the... Or, hang on, no, hang on. No. Get rid of this. Get rid of idle. Get rid of walk. Get rid of talk. You know what? Get rid of reset as well. And now point animation player to the animation canvas so we can properly begin something great. Needs to be more. You know what? You're absolutely right now that you mention it. How's about that? Does that look about right? Good dog posing. That seems to be it right there. We're gonna leave him plain colored for now. A vanilla bird. All right, here we go. New animation, idle. Looping, yes. How is this guy going to idle? I guess we're gonna have his body bob. Right? Give him a little bit of bobbing. Let's slow him down a bit. Easy there, buddy. Take it easy. We're going to make his tail 2. That's back wing. Keep our names straight here. All right, let's take this tail and have it rotate a bit. Do you want that or... That looks pretty good. Then let's bump this up to 5. Just get it. Yeah, give it a lot. Give it a lot. Love it. Love it. Looking good. Similarly, his little wings need to bob up and down as well. Back wing. Position. All right, there we go. He's pretty much set. All right, halt. Reset animation looks good. Next up, we need to duplicate this for the walking. Can we have woodpeckers? Possibly. They're definitely going to look very different, so we'd have to do a full swap of the body. And probably the face as well, but the same animations could probably apply as long as the wings are still in the same spots. Is this too loud? Is this music too loud? Where's my OBS? It's a little loud, isn't it? Just bring it down like a hair. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, walking. Okay, I think we can do a 1 second walk cycle here. So it's going to be back leg, front leg, back leg, front leg, left, right, left, right. And that means he needs to bob twice as fast. We need this guy to bob already. He's got to get bobbing. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so now let's get these legs moving. Front foot, rotation, and back foot rotation. That's a minimum. We're probably going to want position as well. So what does that look like? Left foot. Right foot. Okay, that's probably a good start. I think that's fine. And then basically we duplicate, but we go negative. / positive. All right, how's that look? Horrible, first of all. Switch that to cubic interpolation, and we're a little bit better, but the position is all wrong. Position is just wrong here. Okay, I think the problem is the rotation point. So we want to have a node 2D front foot rotation point. The point at which the foot is going to rotate from. Move that in here. And then instead of rotating the actual foot, yeah, we rotate on that little pinpoint there. So then let's do the same on the back foot. Ah, foot rot. Perfect. Can't quite see him. There we go. Right there. Move the back foot under it. Take these points, add them here, delete this, go cubic. That's better. That is better. Well, part of me is now wondering. That wouldn't be where it would hinge further up, I think. in my expert opinion. So let's take these 2 points and move them up a bit. And then move these back under and see what it looks like now. For a small little animation, I'm okay with that. But what if it's a little faster? Is that what we're missing here? That does give it a little bit more charm, doesn't it? Does the face need to bob? Like just a subtle amount. Okay, but I do think that this particular walk animation, we want to speed it up a smidgen. It definitely needs to bob. You're so right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, then let's add a little bit of a bob to the face. Bob to the face. Like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that it would move, but it's like, it's the idea is like the head is shifting a bit. His waist is not super movable. However, we could give him a little bit of wobble. We could give his body a little bit of wobble. Oh, wait, I think we've stumbled onto something here. No, he is not going to hop around. He is going to wobble like this. Because that is the doofiest looking thing you can imagine. That's perfect right there. Uh-oh. Foot rotation is wrong. No, wait. Front foot rotation then. Yes, front foot rotation somehow is not part of the reset animation. How did that happen? Actually, it looks like a lot of things aren't. No, it's just these, huh? And that. And that. Okay, there we go. Great. Cool. Next, he needs a talk animation. It's a variety of birds. Because we'll be able to, I think, fairly easily just kind of change out this guy's color. Look, now he's a bluebird. Boom, easy. Now he's a cardinal. Now he's purple. Now he's a pigeon. Etc. So it's going to be really easy to make a variety of birds. A bird bard. Could totally be a bird bard with a fancy hat. We do need to make accessories for these birds as well. I don't want their only trait to be different colors. I want them to have, oh, this one's got a scarf. This one's got a silly hat. This one's got goggles. I sell bird and bird accessories. Bird accessories are in. It's what the people crave. We need a talk animation. Once again, we're going to base it on the idle animation, but sped up. Like, a lot. Okay, idle animation, he's not going to bob quite as much. But he is going to stretch and squash a bit. Okay, make sure that makes it into the reset. Yes, okay. We are going to give him a little bit of stretch and squash here. How's this? Oh, gosh, that's too much. Oh, geez, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, that's better. Oh, that's really fun. Oh, he's wiggly. Oh, look at how wiggly he is. Oh, Feathers McGraw, what a villain. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, that's a good bird there. Okay, easy peasy even. So we're gonna move that into our sub viewport now. Point our animation player at the sub viewport without editing the animations, and that should convert him to a 3D. There he is. He's a little bit high up. That's not a huge problem. Boom. Look at this guy. He can walk and he can talk. Ah, perfect. We have a bird now, guys. Rename the root node to bird actor. What's this? What's this here for? What is this? It's nothing. Get it out of here. We are ready to add accessories. Da 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 da. Bird accessories. Additionally, we could go ahead and have a recolor ready. I don't know what kind of birds. All right, let's see here. Google, show me some birds. Birds. What are birds? Oh, geez, birds have lots of colors. Oh, no, you guys. Thing is, we don't have to get too silly. We don't have to get too specific. As long as the tail and the wings, we can just leave those as a solid color. Those are fairly small pieces, and we can put whatever pattern we want on the main body and then just recolor the rest to whatever is appropriate. And that way we don't have to have new wings for every type of bird. So that becomes much easier. Like a lot of birds have, you know, like an orange head, orange body, brown, gray. A lot of gradients going around. A lot of birds out there, huh? A lot of vibrant birds. The shoebill is a weird one. Yeah, we can do like a main color and an accent color. Maybe we go ahead and have a few variants already set up here. There we go. So we just do a nice 800, 500. Okay. That's what we'll do. So we're gonna assume. Oops. Is it not you? I thought it was you. It is you. Okay. One, two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, that'd be cutting it close. Okay, we'll do 300. Build it so you can do gradients. Gradients would be good. I think we'll have to do it in the image file and not in engine. So here's our starting bird setups. So let's see here. What's everybody's favorite fairly identifiable bird? Let's build a cardinal. Let's do a cardinal here. And let's do Control J. This guy, so we have an idea of where the face should go. Bird. Bird. Okay. Some right here. So we can start actually with just a colorize. Go for a sort of reddish color. And then just add a little bit more a weird pattern around the all right, let me get cardinal here. Give me that face. So it goes pretty far down their face. It goes from like eye to eye and then sort of wraps down around. Why am I getting this? What's going on here? Why am I getting gray here? What is happening here? Is this not opaque? Is there something on top of it? That's working. But that's not working. I'm doing something weird with the brush here. No, it's just that brush. It's just that brush for some reason. All right, cool. Well, then let's go with a slightly... That doesn't look particularly cardinal. That looks pretty terrible, actually. Doesn't look like a cardinal at all. Because Cardinal's head is not shaped that way. That's really the main problem we got going on here. A sunburned peanut. So true. Alright, what else can we do here? I mean, bluebird is easy, because we can literally just make a bird that is blue. Let's see here. Blue Jay is a lot more complex. All right, how about this guy? He's got a blue head and then like a, what is this? Who are you? It's some kind of bird. Some kind of different blue bird. The northeastern different bluebird. And he's got kind of a rusty orange. That's a good little gradient there. Like, look at that. That right there. That's a good bird already. Done. Don't even need to go on, but we will. We will. I can't get it to go. All right, fine. You get to stay that way. That's a good bird gradient there. Love it. Love it. All right, you. Yeah, blue and orange gradient is really good. Kind of grayish. I can go kind of grayish. He's already white. He's already a white bird. Terrible. Kind of snowy gray. No. Well, how does this brush work? I don't get it. Oh, but what if I just did this to darken that, and then select feather selection. Haha. A little bit darken there, and then give him a little bit of not quite that blue, just a little hint of blue. A little hint of blue. It's a little bit of a hint of blue here. There we go. Then get a bit of a streak of orange here. And then just a very light smattering. That just looks like an outline at that point. I need something more smudgy. I mean, I guess this is fine. That just looks terrible. That looks terrible, honestly. All right, I give up on this one. This guy's gone. Get rid of him. Get him out of my sight. Let's get some accessories next. We can modulate this guy in some weird ways, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do with this. Accessories. A little scarf. He's gonna look like a snowman. And then you gotta go like over. Like that. Yep. Great. Super awesome. What is happening with this brush? This is the brush I usually use, right? Why is it like refusing to brush? It's only lightning things. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on here. What did I press? I've done something. I've activated something and I don't know what. What did I do to you, my brush? Wait, what? No. I wonder if the G key is somehow responsible for this mess. No, never mind. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've done. But it's fine. There is a scarf now. Whatever. I can just get a bunch of gray on here. Great. Let's see here. Let me do a little bit of Google here. Check layers. Yeah, that's normal. I just don't know what I've done. Oh well, it's fine. I don't know why he would need a scarf. That would be weird for him to need that. But it's fine. He wants a scarf, he gets a scarf. Don't worry about it. Goggles. Goggles are next. You gotta have goggles when you're a bird. Aviator goggles. Aviator goggles. Like that. And then it's a nice brown strap here. And then here we want, I guess, slightly low opacity. There we go. That looks great. So good. So good. Other accessories for these guys. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. what other accessories can we mix and match with these guys here? A little hat. He can have himself a little hat as a treat. It's a big hat. It's a big hat for his enormous noggin. Just like that. Give him. I don't know. We'll let the. Oops. We'll let the. What am I trying to say here? I'll let the modulation handle the color. So it'll be just a single color hat of some sort. Look, it's not working. The brush is not working, and I don't know what I've done here. I can color the gray. It's so weird. I love that brush. I don't know what I've done with it. Dry bristles is such a good brush to me. There we go. That'll work. It's fine. All right, there we go. Multiple accessories. One more. Headphones. Like, for listening to music. One of them has headphones for some reason. Why? Don't worry about it. He's just jamming. Yeah. Just like that. And then... Yeah, nice, dark strap here. I guess they're both gonna be. Let's get it nice and painted on here. That looks fine. I like that. Now that one's going to be a little bit harder to get on. All right, let's shift these up so they can fit a bit better. There we go. Ta-da! Some random accessories that we can throw onto our bird. All right. Save. Let's grab our new bird sheet here. There we go. He still looks like a regular bird for now. But we're gonna mess with that here in a bit. We're gonna have some alternate birds very quickly. All right. So all we have to do is new inherited scene. Call him Bird Actor Blue. And then we just modulate. Boom. Now he's a bluebird. Simple. Entities, actors, bird. Bird actor blue. And if that's not enough, we just say, hey, new inherited scene again. And this time we say, the body. We're going to bump the region over by 300. Boom. What's more, the wing tail, all that, we're going to mess with the modulation of those and make them bluish. Better blue, less saturation, more saturation, lighter. Go with. There we go. Boom. I guess this one's kind of a robin, like an American robin. Bird actor robin. Done. And then we can go new inherited scene again. And we can tack onto the body a hat. Incredible. All right, we need to actually put that in the right spot, though. Better. Boom. Hat. And make that hat a lovely purple. And also, the whole bird is, I don't know, yellow? Sure. Why not? Boom, easy. Bird actor hat. Save him. Look at all these multiple characters we're making. Incredible. Incredible. New scene. What? You thought we were done, but we weren't done. We're gonna copy hat. Place it in body. Oop, wrong one. Put it in the sub viewport. We're gonna mess with the region a bit. We're gonna give him the goggles. The goggles are an important part. He can have the goggles and the hat, or the goggles and the scarf. How about that? What if we just did that? What if we just were that crazy with it? Well, now it's a headband. Now he's gonna have a cool headband for working out or something. Oh, look at this cool bird. This bird, in general, is... I don't know, just a different color bird. What do you want from me? Sure. Chip. Big Boy Games official coming in. It's going all right. Making some new characters for Chapter 2. How was the stream? What were you working on? What was that? I popped in a bit after dinner, before I started my stream. I had a few minutes. I was just like, what is he doing? What is this? Bunch of random stuff. I have been really tempted to just take like a couple days to just make throwaway garbage of just like pop open Godot and be like, let's make Breakout, let's make Frogger, let's make etc. Just like, here's an existing easy to understand game. Let's just do a full end-to-end game, 2 hours or less, go. What can we do? Install character, and then a side game working. Oh, fishing. Everyone loves a good fishing game. There's like a 90% chance that by the time I'm done with this project, it's going to have a fishing minigame tacked into it for no reason except you gotta have a fishing minigame. You know you gotta have a fishing game. Sure. That's gonna be Bird Actor Aviator. Save him. And then if we want more,
this is fine. But can you do it on a Dance Dance Revolution pad?
Hello, Turtle. It's good to see you. For those that do not know, this past Sunday, I played the original Super Mario World using a DDR pad as the controller, and it was hard. But possible. Gosh, what a mess that was. Let's rename this guy Bird to Bird Actor. Just like that better on the scene. Look at all these birds we got now. This guy's just not interesting at all. Okay, did we get all the accessories used? No, headphones. Headphones bird. I know. Man, when Dupu pulled out the MIDI keyboard for his run of SMW, I was like, oh my gosh, we're doing basically the same thing. Dance to victory over Bowser. I had to save state in Bowser. That was rough. Throwing an item upwards in Super Mario World, when you've done Kaizo, it's fairly just muscle memory. It's like, oh yeah, you just boom, throw the item up. Easy. It's simple as kicking it to the side. But when you have to actually think about where to position your feet and like, wait, what are the inputs to throwing an item up? You have to be holding Y, then you have to move into the item to grab it, then you have to hold up and release Y. That on its own is pretty tough, but in phase 2, you pretty much have to be in the air when you throw to get it high enough. And you have to be dodging all the attacks and everything and not getting hit by the Mecha Koopas. And you can't just wait around, because if you just hold the Mecha Koopa too long, he's going to wake up and you're going to get hurt. New inherited scene. Thank you for the HIB party, Mac. So all we got to do is slap on headphones this time. And let's just position that where we want it. So this is something that I haven't had to mess with as much in Godot, but it is a little bit annoying. When you click on a 2D sprite, it is of course going to transfer you to the 2D view. This makes sense. But in my game, I am working with a viewport. I do not, let me show you this. So I have a sub viewport with 2D sprites in it, but because it's in a sub viewport, they're not actually going to show up in the 2D view. They're in a separate, what is it? I don't know. They're in their own little subspace that isn't visible in the 2D realm, or technically in the 3D realm. The only way you can see these items is the fact that I'm rendering that viewport to a 3D sprite. So I have to click on the thing I want to change and then jump back into 3D view. It's a little silly, but it's fine. Let's make this guy... I don't know. What is this guy? Brownish bird? Like a finch? Oh, I know. Let's change this guy back over to the alternate, and then give him an interesting color, purple, huh? Purple, huh? Huh. No, I don't think anything works right for this, but it's fine. We'll just leave them as normal. But I do need to modify the color on these three to match that. There we go. That looks good. All right. Bird actor headphones. All right, so right away we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this plain default white bird here. 5 very distinct birds. Hat, headphone, robin with it. Okay, so robin and headphones are pretty much the same, which means we could have multiple yellow bird, multiple blue bird, multiple aviator bird. But this is enough for now. We just needed to get some new characters ready for building out the Chapter 2 town. All right, what do we work on next? The other things in this zone, we need to try and build out, like actually get out MS Paint or something and design. Oh, we're back. We've finished our playlist. We have to actually design this radial zone and then build it. So that's going to be a whole thing. Or we can work on building out the 3D objects we need for the substation area, which is going to be kind of the area that's kind of along the way. Kind of in the same way that the second room of Chapter 1 is that small little construction area, and the puzzle amounts to jump up here and turn a gear. And that's the entire puzzle. We could do something a little bit more involved at a substation. It's not going to have any electricity-based puzzles, because the idea is there's no electricity going. But we can do some other varieties of puzzles. What are you talking about, a death trap? A death trap for what? All right, I guess we will work on the level layout. Don't know how big this needs to be exactly. But I do need to turn on horizontal wraparound. There we go. Is the tree supposed to have traps? No, it is not. I don't know who told you that, but they were dead wrong. Okay, so first off, let's talk about how big is the tree here. So this is... We have 8 little windows here. These are about the same size of a window, so 16 panels. And you can jump about half a panel. Can you clear that? Can you clear half a panel? You can, but it's tough. But we'll say, yeah, about a 30-second is how big a jump can be. And you can't go very high up. Oh, which that is something then. Let's change the size of this to 320. The idea being now that you can jump over one of these. This is 32 boxes. So you could clear that much of a jump. That's a pretty wide area then. That's a pretty wide area. We have to also keep in mind that there can be three-dimensionality. Although this tree is basically a 2D plane wrapped around a cylinder, you can move away from and towards the tree as well. We don't want to get too complex. But we can totally have like areas where, oh, you go out onto a limb, do a jump, and then return back towards being against the tree. Lots of like wooden boards nailed in the tree as little walkways, that kind of fun stuff. So let's see here. So we're gonna start you out kind of above the tree a bit, above the ground level. That's how you're gonna kind of approach. Well, no, because let's see. You'll get there initially. Maybe ground level is okay, and we'll actually build out some big roots and stuff. And the idea is that a big ol' elevator. Hilarious. Why is there an elevator in a tree? Because whimsy. Don't worry about it. Big ol' elevator slams down. How many units in size is that? That's going to be about 2 units wide. Maybe 3. Big ol' elevator slams down. And it acts as a stepping stone to get you up. Can we say that you can jump up 1? If the elevator is about the size of... I can't even jump up this. Dabble cannot jump up particularly high. I guess about 1 unit. Okay, this opening is currently about 3 by 3, right? Yeah. So yeah, Dabble can jump up about 1 unit. So we will have some kind of little... obviously this is supposed to be a staircase kind of thing. That lets you get up to the main area of the tree. So this is going to be our elevator section here. So the elevator crash lands. It's like, oh no, you got to go up there and fix it. Looks like I have to take the long way. And that's going to let you get onto the tree itself. And I think here is where a little bit of three-dimensionality comes into play. You're going to... let's see, how can we do that? Like this? Color? I don't know. the elevator is away from the tree slightly and acts as a stepping stone onto the tree. Maybe we even go a little bit higher. Doesn't matter. It gives you... Okay, and then so we'll have some like big root systems, like maybe kind of coming out from higher up into the foreground, into the ground, you know, stretching out. Big cool tree stuff. I don't know. Does this act as like an initial wall, perhaps, on this first side, maybe? Maybe you actually go under the root to get here? That could be kind of cool. But then the camera has to do some weird stuff, and I'm not a huge fan of that. So maybe that's just a wall. Maybe that's just a big way of walling this area off some. And then more rootage, I don't know. I don't know exactly what that's gonna look like. Doesn't matter. Okay, so lowest level is gonna be mostly just nice walkway to kind of get you acclimated to the idea that, like, okay, you're up in the tree. How are you gonna get around? You've got new platforming stuff to deal with here. So I guess we'll have like a few little miniature fights. I think, how high can you see? That's an important thing. How high can you see up when you're in the tree? About 4 units pretty clearly. And you can see far around, and we should kind of use that to our advantage, that you can kind of see around the corner a bit and see what's coming. But yeah, about 4 units is right. And then these things take up about 2 units of space, maybe 3? What weird things can we do with these? Because the fact that they can move, what does that let us do? You can time it a bit. So that, what can you do with timing it? That would imply there has to be some kind of obstacle to avoid on a schedule of some sort, which, I mean, not really. I was initially thinking something like you hit it, and then it starts going under something, so you have to like jump over and like run across and catch it on the other end. But they don't go that far on their own, unless I really sped them up. They just kind of do their thing once. I could have 2 varieties. I could have one variety that you hit it and it goes a little ways, and an alternate variety that you hit it and it just starts going back and forth forever. That might work pretty well. I kind of like that. Because then you can actually do moving platform puzzles, and those are fun. Ooh, maybe the alternate ones, once they start moving, you can hit them to pause them. Like they'll slow to a very sudden stop and then start moving again after they have not been interacted with. And that can let you deal with the possible state of, oops, you started some things, now the cycles are weird. I don't think we'll do any cycle stuff, but that would allow for that kind of thing. That's good. Let's okay. All right, so alternate pedalcopter, different color bud. Start it once and it continuously bounces back and forth. between endpoints. Hit it while it moves. And it will... Oh, maybe open it. Open it. And after a short spin up, continuously down, yeah. Hit it while it moves, and it will pause for a second before getting back up to speed. Is there any other weird stuff we could do with these? Like, different variants? I think that's the main thing is, one, you have to keep hitting it to keep it going, because it's fun to interact with things. And then the other is, it just, once you get it going, it just moves on its own. And that's fun because you can do some kind of... Oh, yeah. Imagine you've got one of those. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. So imagine you've got like a platform where you start and you're trying to remember that this wraps around. That's hard to remember sometimes. So imagine you've got one of these going. So, so it's like, and you're trying to ride it over here, and it's just constantly moving. It's just constantly moving clockwise. That's weird that doesn't wrap around that way. Just keeps on moving clockwise. So to the right. But, there's a problem. Because there's a small obstacle in the way. Oh. So the idea is you hit it, you get on it, you have to jump over the obstacle and get across onto the other side, which is that's not huge, that's not a big problem, but for a game that's not really about platforming challenges, it's a minor little platforming challenge. You have to do a little time jump. That's fun, that's interesting. And similarly, one that goes up and down, especially if there's a second one going, that could be cool. Now, what if you had to start them going up and down and then and then jump across them later? But why couldn't you just ride them up directly? Why wouldn't you be allowed to do that? I don't know. Why not? Okay, maybe that one doesn't work then. I mean, it could be that it goes on like some crazy path that you can't follow, like it goes under an impassable wall or something like that before it starts doing its thing, but that seems weird. Okay, so I think what we want, we're gonna do a little bit more planning before we wrap up. We want to get the player wrapped around at least one time before we start really going up. So we'll do like a little short staircase section. Maybe a little bit of into the tree and out of like behind a little wall. In the tree, out of the tree, you know, just a little bit. And then once they get up here, once they've wrapped around one layer, then we give them a little leaf copter to ride, just to introduce the concept, to make it. It's not going to be too crazy at first. But that'll go up, and then let them get to either side at that point. Is this where it kind of becomes a bit more mazy? I guess at that point we want to start moving towards the first actual puzzle of the area, whatever that turns out to be. But our main goal is, get to the top of the tree. So let's have a little bit more height here to work with. I think at some point we definitely need to do a screen transition to kind of lock in progress. Have some place where, okay, you can't fall down without going through this particular door or something. Like, this is a scene transition. You're safe now unless you fall in this one tiny hole, but you'd have to be going out of your way to do that kind of thing. I think that's the way to go ahead with that. Yeah, so likely we just need to kind of come up with a list of different puzzles to do with these little platforms. Because we can make them go on pretty zany paths if we want to. Let's see. So we'll do. Yeah, we'll have one just take you up to the first kind of true layer. We want some limbs coming out. We want some, I guess, branches to break. Just like little bits of twigs. We want enemies to fight. We want just things to interact with. So maybe we'll make like a little breakable acorn so that we can have like little sets of acorns and they'll make a nice little satisfying crunch, break apart into some little pieces, and then have a chance of dropping some money. Because that'll be fun, yeah. It's fun to just spin into things and break things. It's what video games are truly all about. Where are we going next? Where are we going next? Let's. No. No. Let's go to Photon. Let's go hang out with Photon. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you again, Chip, for the raid. And thank you guys for the follows and the hib parties and all that jazz. It's fun stuff. We are going to go see Epic Photon, who's another dev. He's working in Unity. He is making a game called Lake Hopper, which is a seaplane simulator style game. And it's coming along pretty nicely. So let's go hang out with him. He's a chill dude. So we're just gonna have a good time of it. I will be back Friday. Friday is usually game night with GermDov's community. So we'll probably be doing that. And then we'll be back to the dev stuff on Sunday night. So yeah, that's it. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.